Hey everyone, welcome back to 10 Minute Guru. Today we're going to be talking about something super important, especially in today's uncertain economic climate, how to financially prepare for a recession. Now I know talking about recessions isn't exactly the most uplifting topic, but the truth is, economic downturns are a natural part of the economic cycle, and being prepared can make a world of difference. It's all about being proactive and taking control of your finances, so you can weather any storm that comes your way. Remember, we're in this together, so let's dive in and make sure you're financially prepared for whatever the future holds. First things first, let's talk about your emergency fund. This is the cornerstone of your financial security. This is your financial safety net, your peace of mind when unexpected expenses pop up or, when the economy takes a bit of a dip. It's the buffer that keeps you afloat during turbulent times. Now you might be thinking, I've heard this emergency fund talk before, but trust me, it's crucial, especially during a recession. It's not just a recommendation, it's a necessity. Why? Because during a recession, job security can become a little shaky. Companies may face financial strain and make tough decisions. It's not uncommon for companies to lay off employees to cut costs, and you never want to be in a position where you're caught off guard. Being prepared can make all the difference. So, how much should you actually have in your emergency fund? This is a question that often comes up. Well, I always recommend having at least 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up. This might seem daunting, but it's achievable with a plan. I know that might sound like a lot, but hear me out. It's about creating a cushion that can support you through tough times. Let's say you lose your job and it takes you a few months to find a new one. This is a common scenario during economic downturns. With a healthy emergency fund, you can cover your rent or mortgage payments, groceries, utilities, and all those essential expenses without panicking. It's about maintaining your standard of living. Think of it this way. Your emergency fund is like a financial fortress, protecting you from the potential chaos of a recession. It's your shield against uncertainty, and trust me, having that peace of mind is priceless. It allows you to focus on finding new opportunities without the stress of financial instability. Now I understand that saving several months' worth of expenses takes time and effort. It's a gradual process, but every little bit helps. But the key is to start small and be consistent. Consistency is the secret to building a robust emergency fund. Even if you can only spare $50 or $100 a month initially, that's still a step in the right direction. Small contributions add up over time. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings account each month. Automation makes saving effortless. You won't even miss the money, but it'll add up over time. It's a simple yet effective strategy. Remember, building a solid emergency fund is like building a strong foundation for your financial future. It's the bedrock of financial stability. It's the first and most crucial step in preparing for a recession. Start today and secure your tomorrow. Alright, now that we've got your emergency fund covered, let's talk about another important aspect of preparing for a recession-reducing debt. It's a crucial step that can make a significant difference in your financial stability. Look, I get it. Debt is a part of life for many people. It's something that most of us have to deal with at some point or another. Whether it's student loans, credit card debt, or a mortgage, we've all got bills to pay. These obligations can sometimes feel overwhelming, but they are manageable with the right approach. But here's the thing. During a recession, carrying a lot of debt can become a major burden. The financial pressure can intensify, making it harder to stay afloat. Interest rates can rise, making your monthly payments even higher, and if you lose your job or face a pay cut, keeping up with those payments can become incredibly stressful. The last thing you want is to be caught off guard. So, what can you do? Well, the best approach is to be proactive and start tackling your debt now. Don't wait until it's too late. Start by making a list of all your debts, including the outstanding balances, interest rates, and minimum monthly payments. This step is essential for understanding your financial landscape. This will give you a clear picture of what you're dealing with. Next, prioritize your debts. Knowing which debts to tackle first can make a big difference. Focus on paying down high-interest debt first, like credit card debt, as quickly as possible. These debts can accumulate quickly and become a significant financial drain. This will save you money on interest charges in the long run. The less you pay in interest, the more you can allocate towards reducing your principal balance. Consider strategies like the debt snowball method, where you focus on paying off your smallest debt first to gain momentum, or the debt avalanche method, where you prioritize debts with the highest interest rates. Both methods have their advantages, so choose the one that works best for you. And don't be afraid to negotiate with your creditors. Open communication can lead to better terms. Call them up and see if they're willing to lower your interest rates or work out a more manageable payment plan. You have nothing to lose by asking. You might be surprised at how willing they are to help, especially if you've been a responsible borrower in the past. Building a good rapport with your creditors can be beneficial. Remember, the goal here is to reduce your debt burden as much as possible before a potential recession hits. The more you can pay off now, the better positioned you'll be. This will give you more financial flexibility and peace of mind when you need it most. Being prepared can make all the difference in weathering financial storms. Now, let's move on to something a little more exciting: diversifying your income streams. This is a strategy that can open up new opportunities and provide a safety net for your financial future. This is especially important during uncertain economic times when job security might be a concern. The world is constantly changing, and having a backup plan can give you peace of mind. Having multiple streams of income means you're not solely reliant on one source for your livelihood. It spreads the risk and increases your financial stability. If one stream dries up, you've got others to fall back on. This can be a game changer in maintaining your financial health. So, how can you diversify? There are numerous ways to create additional income streams. Well, one great way is to explore side hustles. These can be anything from freelance work to selling handmade crafts. Think about your skills and interests. What unique talents do you have that others might find valuable? What are you good at? Identifying your strengths is the first step in finding a profitable side hustle. What do you enjoy doing? Turning a hobby into a source of income can make the work feel less like a chore. Maybe you're a great writer and could offer freelance writing services. There are countless platforms where you can find clients. Perhaps you're a tech whiz and could do some website design or coding on the side. The demand for tech skills is always high. Or maybe you're passionate about fitness and could become a part-time personal trainer. The possibilities are endless. You could even offer virtual training sessions. And the best part is, many side hustles can be done online, giving you the flexibility to work from anywhere, anytime. This can be especially appealing if you enjoy traveling or need to work around other commitments. Another option is to explore the world of passive income. This can provide a steady stream of revenue with less ongoing effort. This is income that you earn with minimal effort once you've set it up. It can come from investments, royalties, or automated businesses. Think about things like creating and selling online courses, writing an ebook, or starting a YouTube channel. These can generate income long after the initial work is done. Now, I know what you might be thinking: this all sounds great, but I'm already busy with my full-time job and life in general. And I hear you. It can be challenging to find the time. But the truth is, even dedicating a few hours a week to a side hustle can make a significant difference over time. Small, consistent efforts can lead to substantial rewards. Start small, experiment with different ideas, and see what works for you. Don't be afraid to pivot if something isn't working. You might be surprised at the income potential and the sense of fulfillment that comes with building something of your own. It's not just about the money, it's about creating something meaningful and sustainable. Alright, let's talk about something that might not be the most glamorous, but is absolutely essential for weathering a recession: cutting unnecessary expenses. Now, I'm not suggesting you have to live like a minimalist and deprive yourself of all joys in life. But taking a close look at your spending habits and identifying areas where you can cut back can make a huge difference. Start by tracking your expenses for a month. You can use a budgeting app, a spreadsheet, or even just a good old-fashioned notebook. The key is to be aware of where your money is going. Once you have a clear picture of your spending, look for areas where you can trim the fat. This might involve canceling subscriptions you don't use, negotiating lower rates for your car insurance or internet service, or finding more affordable alternatives for everyday purchases. Eating out less and cooking more at home is another great way to save money. And hey, it's healthier too. When it comes to entertainment, explore free or low-cost options like going for hikes, visiting local parks, or having game nights with friends. Remember, cutting back on unnecessary expenses doesn't have to mean sacrificing your quality of life. It's about being more mindful of your spending and making conscious choices that align with your financial goals. And hey, you might even discover some hidden gems in your city that you never knew existed before. Now let's talk about investing during a recession. I know this might seem counterintuitive, but hear me out. When the economy is down, asset prices tend to drop. which can create some great buying opportunities for long-term investors. However, it's essential to approach investing during a recession with caution and a well-thought-out strategy. First and foremost, make sure your emergency fund is fully funded and you've paid down any high-interest debt. This will give you a solid financial foundation to invest from. Next, consider your risk tolerance. During a recession, it's generally advisable to adopt a more conservative investment approach. This might involve shifting some of your portfolio into more stable assets like bonds, or diversifying across different asset classes to mitigate risk. If you're unsure about how to adjust your investment strategy, don't hesitate to consult with a financial advisor. They can help you create a personalized plan based on your individual circumstances and risk tolerance. Remember, investing during a recession can be a smart move, but it's crucial to do your research, invest for the long term, and avoid making emotional decisions based on short-term market fluctuations. So there you have it, your guide to financially preparing for a recession. Remember, the key takeaways are to build a solid emergency fund, reduce debt, diversify your income streams, cut unnecessary expenses, and invest wisely. Now, I know this might seem like a lot to handle, but I want to leave you with this. Being prepared and proactive is the best way to navigate uncertain economic times. Don't wait until a recession hits to start taking action. Start small, be consistent, and focus on building a solid financial foundation. And remember, you've got this. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos on personal finance and building a secure future.